Hey friends, the purpose of this video is to talk to you about how to download a logo and then import it into Tinkercad. Maybe you're a part of an organization or you're part of a business and you want to convert that item either into a keychain or an accent piece on the wall, or maybe you want to give a gift to an organization that you might be a part of. And this would be another strategy that you can use. So I went over to Google and I did a Google search for Riverview Rams Elementary and then logo. And then I also tucked Fresno in there because there's more than one Riverview Rams school across the United States. And so I wanted to make sure that I found exactly the right one. So once you have found a logo that works for you, then you're going to download it. And sometimes logos of this nature that have lots of different colors, sometimes it's not going to download or convert perfectly. And some of those sections are going to be really thin and fragile if you print it too small. Other times, you can find logos or images of a cat or a dog or a kangaroo or a bunny rabbit where things aren't so thin. So try to be persnickety if you can about the file that you're downloading so that your print will run successfully. Some things that are too thin will turn out too fragile. So let me move on to the next step. I'm on top of this image that I want to download. I'm going to choose right click followed by save image as, and then you're going to save it onto your computer. You can choose desktop or you can choose something that's important to you. Make sure that you name it so that it's easy to locate later. I'll call it Riverview Rams. And then I'm going to press save. I'm going to come over here and click save. This is a GIF. A GIF will work fine. A JPEG will work fine. A PNG file will work fine. There are different types of files that are going to work just fine. I'm going to scoot over here. And the name of the website is Convertio, convertio.co. I'm going to click right here on this red space that says choose files. And I need to go to the specific location where I was just a second ago. I'm inside print projects. I was actually in the giraffe folder, and Riverview Rams is located right here. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click open. The next thing I need to do is that I need to tell the software that I want it to convert into an SVG file. I'm going to come to this space right here. I'm going to click one time. I have two options. I can come all the way up here to the search box and type the letter S and then the letter V, and then SVG will show up. Another strategy you can use is you know that it's an image, it's not a document or an ebook or a video. You're working specifically with images, and SVG shows up right here. So you must make sure that you're converting to an SVG, no questions asked. That's what it needs to be. I'm going to click the red button right here that says convert. I'm going to wait less than 30 seconds and the conversion will eventually complete. I'm going to choose the blue button over here that says download. After I choose the blue button, you'll notice that the downloaded file is now down in the bottom on that downloads tray. I already have Tinkercad waiting for me because I knew I was going to land here in just a minute. And I'm going to click the import button located right here. I'm going to click import one time. I'm going to head over to my downloads tray. I'm going to grab the SVG file. I'm going to scoot up, and then I'm going to let go in this area. When I let go, it's going to ask me about the size of the item that I'm going to bring in. Sometimes that's important. If it ever gives you an alarm or a notification that the item is too large, come right in here to scale and then choose a number that's smaller, maybe 50% of the original size. I'll leave it at 100. I'm going to choose the blue button that says import. I'm going to wait approximately 30 seconds. After I've had a chance to wait, then that item will populate in this area. If I want to come into my project and erase things, I can do that. The block over here will let me do that easily, or other shapes that have been hollowed out will let me do that as well. If I'm going to shrink this down to my work plane, I need to make sure that some of the items that will not print properly are removed. So I'm going to scoot around, do both of these, and then I'm going to group those. Although the elementary school part is delightful, when it is resized, when the item is resized so that it fits on my work plane, it's not going to work out well for those letters to stay there. In the curved area of the facial structure right here, this little microscopic piece, that's not going to be amazing. So I definitely need to take that out. I'm going to come in, scoot in, kind of camp out right there. I'm going to choose both of these items and then I'll group them together and then that will disappear. There are other parts of the project that might be kind of difficult. The top of the S and the bottom of the S right here. I have worked with this project before and I've gone in and I've done some significant adjusting to make it work. This one might not be the most perfect example for showing you how this works, but my main objective was to let you know that logos can be downloaded, they can be converted, and you can use them in Tinkercad. If you were to choose to turn this into a keychain, maybe there's a different logo that you want to use as a keychain, you can use the cylinder strategy where you have an outer cylinder and then you're going to carve away the interior cylinder portion, and then your logo can tuck in the middle of those two. If you choose the cylinders, please make sure that the hollowed out cylinder does not stretch to the very bottom of the item, because you want to make sure that there is what I would classify as a bed or a bottom region. You want to make sure that there's a portion at the bottom that allows that keychain to function properly. If I scoot in and then put those two together, just make sure that the bottom region is thick enough and that it doesn't compromise the overall design. Likewise, your keychain is also going to have a hole. So you would scoot in and then you would find a perfect size for the hole. Scoot in and then bring all of those together. If you feel that the outer walls are way too thick and way too tall, feel free to go ahead and adjust those as needed. I modeled two different strategies. The keychain shell is one strategy that I modeled. And then I also modeled how to convert that JPEG file or that GIF file into an SVG. That way, if you work for an organization and you have permission to use that logo, then you can use that in a space like this. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial and have a great day.